guys. Hey today. James, back to football. So what did you what we do you think Rodgers was rusty? I kind of saw a little bit like when he did that spin move to get away. He kind of looked slow, but James, I got to be honest, man. I was impressed with how he got rid of the ball and he was changing. The offense looked it looked commanding with the pre-snap and all that, and Rodgers audible and out. Like to me, it was night and day compared to what Zach Wilson was doing. I mean, I hate to
Oh
even
yeah.
bring up Zach Wilson, but you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the waist up, he's like the same Aaron Rodgers. It seems like he was throwing some, 20-yard handoffs down the field on those fade routes down the sideline. And yeah, looked accurate, decisive, like you said, making audibles at the line of scrimmage. I don't think we're gonna get the crazy out of the pocket plays from Aaron Rodgers that we've come to expect. Just based on week one, he didn't really look that athletic. So that might be one limitation, but uh, I mean, it's hard to understate what the upgrade is going to be from who the Jets had playing at quarterback last year.
June, you have anything?
Thanks for joining us, Jay. Appreciate that, brother. Real quick, as far as the matchups concerned, and I just heard you speak on the tackle matchups. My question to you is, what what matchup that you think is favorable for Tennessee, and one that you think is favorable for the Jets?
So I think a favorable matchup for Tennessee might be the defensive tackles versus the interior O line, and I don't think it's an extreme favorable matchup. Like I think that the Jets O line is upgraded across the board, but um, Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat seemed like really the best players on the field for the Titans. The upgrade or the advantage for the Jets, I think the easy answer is just like Sauce Gardner versus whoever he's covering, especially if he's in press. That's really the biggest weakness of the Titans receiving core is that they don't have somebody that's kind of a certified press beater. DeAndre Hopkins at this point in his career, it doesn't really have the quickness to shake press man. Calvin Ridley, that's sort of the one Achilles heel of his game, and then Tyler Boyd, he won't see him at all, but he's a slot only. So that I would say Sauce versus whoever he's covering is kind of the easy answer. But I think also if you've got a defense that's going to play some zone match coverage. I just don't really trust Will Levis's decision making at this point to decipher that and get the ball where it needs to be. I mean, the pick six that he threw is in week one is probably the worst throw that I've ever seen a quarterback make, and I've never seen him play that poorly. Will Levis, even though he's had some rough games, but not super confident in Will Levis at this point. So I think that there could be some turnovers.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yep.
James, before I got a couple more for you.
Hmm.
So to me, Levis just doesn't elevate these receivers. I mean, I like Boyd, Ridley, and the other guy. What's his name? You just said him.
Hopkins.
Yes, DeAndre Hopkins. To me, I just think the Jets need to get a rush, and he's going to make mistakes. So I do think the Jets have the advantage on that side of the ball. It's just, the Jets got to generate. They had absolutely no rush on Monday night, James. There was nothing. They didn't even touch Purdy. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, I think that another potential advantage for the Jets would be the edge rushers against Tennessee's offensive tackles. I think that if you want to match up for a Will McDonald like coming out party, it would be him versus J.C. Latham, whose biggest issue is kind of slow feet and kind of being a guard playing tackle. So you could get some quick wins with a speed rush. Don't really trust Latham to mirror his spin move at this point. And then you get Jermaine Johnson on the other side going against Nicholas Petit-Frere, whose biggest issue I would say is dealing with power. And Jermaine Johnson's one of the better bull rushers in the NFL. So, yeah, you combine that with, Peter Skoronski struggled, get him lined up on Quinnen Williams. I think that there are opportunities for the Jets to find matchups across the Titans' offensive line. I do expect the Titans to come out with a pretty conservative, like get the ball out quick type of game plan with a lot of screens and a lot of like quick underneath passes. So you might not get a super high sack total, but I think when you go back and watch the tape, my guess is that you would see the Jets pass rush have a much better performance against the Titans O line.
Give me your thoughts on Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, man, Sauce. That was just a teach tape pass breakup on that quick slant. Did have a missed tackle in the run game, I noticed, which has kind of been his one issue. But yeah, in coverage, like I just, do you want my overall thoughts or my
Did we
alarm went
lose?
off?
Oh, there it is, James.
My alarm went off, my bad.
Yeah, James. Yeah, I want your breakdown of film. Yep. Go ahead.
How about those
You could, if
those 8 plays he missed? They never really explained that. That was ridiculous.
Joe, they said he had to catch. I think he's
Oh,
either
come
his
on,
face
man.
mask.
I mean, but
No, I
something
think.
else happened.
Well, I think either his face mask hit the floor and he got the wind knocked out of him, or
He
Yeah,
had a
but he was
stinger.
sitting on the
He had a
side. He looked
stinger.
fine, man. He looked fine on the sideline. That cost us the game, him not being in there. I'm telling you right now. If he was those 8 plays that he missed, that was huge.
James, did you expect the Jets to win this game? I know you're not a Jet fan, but did you expect them to win this? Because I didn't.
I probably would have bet on the 49ers. It's easy to say after the fact, but yeah, I mean, I had the 49ers ranked ahead of the Jets, so it's kind of an expected outcome for me. But expected it to be maybe a little closer, but the run game is really what did them in, and I think that I probably underestimated how much of an issue that could be.
All right, go. Let's get back to Sauce. Give me your overall thoughts on him.
Yeah, I mean, Sauce to me, I've said it for about a year and a half now, I think is comfortably the best corner in the NFL. I think that, there's a lot of great corners in the league. I really like Pat Surtain, but a lot of people talk about it as like a 1A, 1B type of thing. And I don't really see how you can watch both of their tape and come away with that conclusion because really outside of the occasional missed tackle, he's kind of like the perfect corner. He's smothering in press coverage, really good and off. He has this reputation of being grabby and handsy, and like he can be extremely physical at the line of scrimmage, but his best trait or skill is his ability to mirror and how light he is on his feet for such a big player, and like the ability to swivel his hips, keep up with route breaks. I mean, I at some point posted like a 2-minute cut up of him just covering guys without even using his hands. I think like early in his rookie year, there were a couple times where kind of at the catch point, he was a little bit grabby and didn't get called for it. Part of it's when corners have really long arms, it just makes it look more physical down the field because like they don't have anywhere to put their hands. But you can make the argument that was like a slight thing that he was getting away with as a rookie. Last year, I think he did even more to cut that out. And to me, the idea that he's getting away with penalties more so than any other corner is like one of the most overblown narratives across the entire league. So, wish he was a more consistent tackler, but outside of that, it's hard to really poke any holes in his game.
James, that play he broke up. I mean, the guy, he's done that several times where I don't know how he gets his hand in there and just knocks the ball out. He's done that multiple times in his career now. It's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, the hand-eye coordination at the catch point is incredible with Sauce Gardner.
Brian, go ahead.
Thank you, Petey. James, I just have a couple of quick questions for you.
Yep.
Tennessee did a pretty good job running the ball. Tony Pollard had 82 yards, 5 yards a carry. Do you see them just being a simple game plan, knowing that the Jets really haven't done anything yet on the defensive line to attack the defensive line and run the ball? Second thing, I watched a lot of highlights of all the games yesterday and Sunday, and every single quarterback, not not really Cousins, but most of the quarterbacks had a situation where they had to move, some mobility to run for a first down, get out of the pocket. Almost everybody in the league. Do you see this as a concern for Rodgers when these defensive guys are so quick now that he's going to have to make a play to get out of the pocket? And will that be will that be a handicap for him? And then Skip Bayless made some comments. He usually doesn't comment on the Jets. It's on his feed, and he says this team doesn't have any leadership, and it's going to be the downfall to him. Do you agree with that? And if not, who are the leaders on this team going forward? So thanks a lot.
Yeah. So for the Titans' run game, I think that their success in week one was kind of isolated into one or two drives. Like there was one drive where they just ran the ball down the field easily, and I'd have to look, but it feels like half of Tony Pollard's rushing yards came in that drive. Outside of that, I mean, they were really struggling to run the ball, and on paper, I think that they have a pretty good run blocking left side of their line with J.C. Latham, Peter Skoronsky, and Lloyd Cushenberry. And you listen to Brian Callahan's comments throughout the week. He was clearly pretty disappointed in Will Levis's decision making, and had several mentions about how he wanted to, get back into more screens and runs and stuff. So I would expect, given what the Jets showed and what the Titans showed, that the Titans would come out and try to run the ball for sure. Like I think that's going to be their game plan. As far as Rodgers' mobility, I mean, you said it. Like you've got to be able to do something outside of the pocket and outside of structure in the NFL. And I think that would be the one area that I have the most concerns with Aaron Rodgers at this point. It's a really small sample size, so like I don't want to completely write off his mobility, and it could also improve as the season progresses and he further gets healthy from his surgery. So um, yeah, there is some upside to get back there, but I mean he's in his 40s. It has a chance to be kind of his Achilles heel, and it could also kind of limit what you can do offensively if you're not as comfortable getting into bootlegs. That kind of hinders your play action game. It allows opposing edge rushers to just tee off and crash into the pocket. So I think that especially when you project to the playoffs, that would probably be the one area of Aaron Rodgers' game that I'm most worried about. And then as for Skip Bayless's comments about leadership, not being in the locker room or like really talking to players, it's hard for me to give too much insight into like which specific players are leaders. I think that from a coaching staff perspective, you know, someone mentioned early in this talk like about how uh, the coaching staff kind of used the Aaron Rodgers injury as just like a get out of jail free card last year. Um, and I think that it's hard for me to expect them to put together a successful offense with Zach Wilson at quarterback, but it just rarely felt like there was any fight last year or any sustained examples of them playing above expectations. Like there was maybe one game where it was like, man, they really, patched something together and won this game with a clearly worse offensive supporting cast. So just the lack of elevation that the coaching staff showed last year would lead me to believe that they're not getting as much as some other teams. As far as the specific leadership angle and like what's going on in the locker room, I just can't really give any insight on that.
James, before I let you go, do you still, I know it's one game, but does this change your whole thing on the Jets now? How you rank them earlier in the year? Because, let's be real, they got manhandled, but San Francisco is a top team. So do you kind of like attribute more to that to the competition they played? Because to me, San Francisco and the Chiefs are in a different class than everybody else.
Yeah, I definitely would need to see them put up a similar performance against a team other than the Chiefs or the 49ers for me to, get off the Jets train. I think I don't do like weekly updated power rankings or anything, but I would probably move them down a couple spots just because the run defense is a bit more of a concern than I initially thought. But no, I would still have them as a top top 10 for sure, but somewhere in that top 7, top 8 range, and should be legit playoff contenders. They have to fix the run defense though, and got to see some development from their edge rushers, because if we're not getting Hassan Reddick, like a big part of the Jets sustaining the defense that they had last year is the assumption that Will McDonald would be a good pass rusher for them, that Jermaine Johnson would take a step forward from what he showed last year. And not going to make any conclusions off of one game, but we didn't see that last week. So, yeah, front four needs to improve, but I still think that top to bottom, it's too talented of a roster to not be a competitive playoff team. And if they aren't, then I think that would be curtains for Robert Saleh, obviously.
James, one more for me, and I'll let you go. Again, thanks for joining. You
For
just
sure.
want to plug? You want to plug what you do before I ask you the last question?
Yeah. Obviously, you can follow me on Twitter. Post a lot of film cut ups and thoughts. Watch pretty much every game on tape every week, and just started writing at the 33rd team. So uh, you'll see my articles there, and yeah, make sure to check that out.
And James, I know this is your second time coming in here, but appreciate you, man. It's been cool talking to you, and I hope you can come back, and keep us informed a lot.
Happy
That'd
to
be
do it.
great. Yeah, thanks. Give me your prediction on Sunday. If you did the Jets win this game, did the Titan? Who do you have? And just give a little, before 8:47 comes here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets 27, Titans 16. Um, I'll give some random, just bold takes. I think the Jets kind of come back to life, defending the run, not a completely shut down performance, but Titans average, 4 yards a carry, something kind of average. I think that the Titans touchdown comes on a double move from Calvin Ridley on uh, I'll one of the non-Sauce Gardner corners. I like DJ Reed, but I'll say DJ Reed just because he's the other corner. And then I think that offensively, the Jets have an efficient performance, not incredibly explosive. Because I do think the Titans have a pretty good defense, but run the ball better than the Bears were able to last week. And then Aaron Rodgers is just efficient. Garrett Wilson goes for something like 7 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Brees Hall holds onto the ball and has a pretty solid performance. And it's more of a defensive battle that I think the Jets come out with a win.
Oh, James, now I just thought of another one. Sorry. So
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I didn't lie, but I'm I'm
No,
kidding
go
here.
ahead.
Why don't you think the Jets gave I know they didn't weren't on the field a lot, but Braylon Allen was in like on barely any plays when before they not bench well they did bench Rodgers, but why do you think it was because they had the ball? Not really. Like I just thought the personnel decisions on offense. You talked about that before. That really bothered me with Hackett and them. Like they didn't get Gibson or Conklin involved at all.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Usually, when a rookie running back isn't getting playing time that you would expect, I just assume that it's pass pro, which is almost always the barrier between rookies and rookie running backs getting on the field. You would have thought he'd get more action when they put the backups in, but yeah, I mean, I thought that Braylon Allen looked pretty good in the preseason, so I'm interested to see if his role can increase.
All right, June, if you don't have anything, I'm going to let James go. You good, June? All right, June's not here. All right, James, thanks for coming in, man. You know, you've been a good friend to us here, and we'll look forward to talking to you down the road, brother.
Yeah, man, have a good one.
You too,
Thanks,
James.
James. We appreciate that, brother.
All right, James Foster, follow him. T, what's up?
Good morning.
What's up? How are you?
How y'all doing? Y'all done got over the loss yet, or y'all still
T
taking it to the
T
chin?
T T T. There you go. T. There you
What?
go.
What did I? No, y'all can't be policing every word I say now. Y'all can't be
Nah,
policing
he
every word.
ain't. He ain't.
Yo,
I was very nice to y'all niggas, and I broke it down for y'all niggas. Now, now I'm gonna just be
Not
honest,
T.
man.
I'll be honest with you. Yesterday was rough, man. But
oh
I don't
today,
know why. I don't know
I'm
why
around.
y'all are taking it so
Like,
rough.
get
I
for
don't.
real.
I don't
T.
understand.
Nah,
You went
bro.
against the Super Bowl losing defense.
Yeah. Matter of fact, T. Look. The past 5 years, 49 has been in this NFC Championship 4 times in the past
They
5 years.
have.
Come on, come on, bro. It's that game's it's a litmus test.
You actually played a
This
lot better
streak,
than I thought you would.
basically, only gave up 2 touchdowns.
Right. I
guys,
don't.
if you want to, real quick, T. Guys, if you want to join the conversation, please come up. It's a lot less crazy than yesterday.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I mean, I think y'all need to sign Hassan Reddick like yesterday.
That's what I
But
said.
that's just I don't know. It definitely looked like y'all need him. I know some fans felt like y'all didn't need him, but guess what? Y'all need him. God damn it, y'all need him. Y'all need him. Y'all thought y'all ain't need him? No, dude. Quinnen can't. Having Quinnen on the edge is when I knew your defensive coordinator didn't know a shit. The fuck is his big ass doing on the edge?
Mm.
That big motherfucker. That big motherfucking instrument of God. What the fuck do y'all got him on the edge for? That's like if Miami would have put Calais Campbell on the edge. Why the fuck would Miami put Calais Campbell on the edge? His big behind. Y'all, y'all wondering why y'all mad? Blame your defensive coordinator. Why the fuck the biggest motherfucker on your team on the edge? That makes no sense to me, June.
Man, listen, it's a lot of things this coaching staff do that don't make no sense to me.
Nah. I watched y'all last year. Y'all won. That same coaching staff won last year. Nah. You're not gonna blame the coaching staff. You beat 2 playoff teams last year, nigga. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, yeah, we beat two
Okay,
players
so
last
obviously your
year.
hold
coaching staff know how to.
hold on, June. T. I'm sorry, I have to mute you. It's 8:47 a.m. in New York, and I need a moment of silence for all the victims of September 11th. If we could all put a heart up, for what happened, and you know, we'll have a moment of silence, and then we'll play something. Thank you. And now I'm going to play something.
I first believed. Hallelujah. Um,
All
that
right,
was
guys,
beautiful,
let's
Petey.
skip it. Yeah, just today's a really hard day, guys.
You don't think I know what today is?
I do, T.
Oh, I was about to say you forget. I was only one, maybe two when
Wait,
this happened.
it's Joe and Clark's birthday too. Is it your? It's not your birthday, is it?
Oh hell no, my birthday in January. Hell no, my birthday
All
in the
right.
middle of September.
Hey, thank
Happy
you for
birthday,
doing that,
Joe. Happy
brother.
birthday,
Thank
Clark.
you.
What, Mitch? What'd you say?
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
I
of
appreciate you
course.
doing that.
Yeah, it's never forget.
And I know, you're from New York, I assume. So
Yes, and I live in
yeah,
New Jersey now, but yes.
yeah, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in third grade. Remember where I was. And I grew up in Atlanta, but yeah.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Neil, Neil, can you hear me?
His thumbs are so tired from Monday night. He's sleeping, bro. He was in heaven.
Well, church, can you hear me? I want to request that a Dolphin fan come up, take the mic, please, because I'm really pulling for you guys for Thursday night, and because I have money on the line, I would
June,
like,
that's a good point. June, I
yeah,
forgot that there's a game tomorrow night. Yeah,
yeah, because there's money on the line, I want to feel better about my investment. Let somebody ease my soul.
they're not going to come up.
Why not?
Buckeye, June,
They
are
come
you
up in.
over? June, are you over Sunday yet or no?
Yeah, I've been over that, man. Like I said,
Monday,
bro,
Monday, Monday.
like,
Oh
like,
yeah,
like
sorry.
I mean, Petey, for you to sit there, you already knew that you kept saying, I don't think they're gonna win. I never said that they was gonna win. What it was it was a litmus test to see how far you come. And it wasn't regardless on what Buffalo fans said it was a blowout. You only lose by 13 points and you only give up 2 touchdowns, 6 field goals.
The
I
next
don't
four
feel
games mean a lot to me. Yeah, you got to go out in the next four games
Yeah,
and
I
win.
that's a
think that.
fact.
Yeah, I'm not going to go predicting game by game, but I'm taking the Jets have to beat these teams. So
Yeah,
Like
to
see,
like
me,
like four like 4-0, Petey.
well, they have to beat Tennessee this week. But if the Jets are on 4-2 after the Buffalo game, I'm going to be concerned. I could live with 3-3, but 4-2 has got to be it. But I'm taking it one day, one game at a time.
we're gonna be all right, Pete. We're gonna be all right.
That's a
Okay,
smart approach. Good morning, fellas.
how you doing
Morning,
there,
man.
brother?
That's a real good approach, my dude. Not to interrupt, sorry.
No,
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 you're
you
That's
good.
good.
what
You
you
were in
want.
here.
You know
Wait,
what
you
I
were in
mean?
here the other day, right? What's up?
Yes, sir. Y'all gave me a chance to listen and a couple chances to speak
Have you
to.
been in the
I had a fun
military,
time.
sir? Have you ever been in the military?
Yes, sir. I'm retired Marine Corps.
Thank you for your
E9.
service.
You're welcome. It
Thanks,
was
sir.
my pleasure.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, to sit there and get all bent out of shape by playing a team like San Fran, come on. San Fran is the second best team in the league.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they're gonna do that to a lot of people,
Exactly.
Probably worse, much worse. So I think there's a lot the Jets can take from it and build. So I mean, it sucks to lose no matter what, but you know, You can take more from that than I can from my Falcons fucking doing what they did. So
You know what? That game hurt my feelings because I just knew Atlanta was going to step up. That offensive line, that was kind of crazy.
complete butt crack ass. At least on Sunday. I don't know. I don't feel like they're going to necessarily be able to just correct that in like anytime soon. I don't know. I mean, I don't coach offensive linemen, so I don't pretend to know how that would work. But
You said you don't coach offensive linemen, not even at the
yeah,
low levels.
you know,
Oh, I
I
mean,
don't have kids.
I do, and I be getting on their ass. I be like, I want you inside, and I want you to attack. Damn it! Fuck wrong with you? You know, you gotta get on these little bad motherfuckers. You
Did
gotta
you
take them
see?
early.
Did you see that thing where that at some camp Marshawn Lynch hosted, some mom got real upset about him yelling at her child.
I did
Did
see
you
that,
see it?
but you don't want my true feelings on that situation. So I'm gonna use my First Amendment right, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Oh, I just
Mhm.
thought the comments were funny on that. They were like, a lot of people were like,
I thought, I did too. I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah, yeah. They were like,
yeah.
if
I was
my
just
child were there and I paid to go to that camp, Marshawn Lynch's camp, I would expect him to like chew my kids out.
First of all, he just helped out so many baseball players because half of them were not football players. If you're scared of your son getting disciplined on the football field, take him to a sport where they don't give a fuck. Because out here in football, if you're not wrapping the fuck up, if you're not blocking, if you're not going to tackle a motherfucker, we do not care. Go sit on the sideline with your mama if you want to be pussyfooting on my field. Straight up. That's what I say. That is what I say. I have white, black, Latino, Asian kids on my team. If you want to be pussyfooting, go sit on the sideline with your mama. I don't got time for it. I only support winners. All,
You're not helping anybody. Anybody that, and you're not going to help any kid pussyfooting around. So I mean,
Exactly. Like, you not running off the field gonna cost me 15 yards, but because your mama flat ironed her hair this morning, I'm supposed to give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We tell you to run to the sideline for a reason. We're teaching you that for the next level and the next level and the next level.
well, I think
Because
it
if
would
you don't run off
have
the sideline, what's gonna happen, Mitch? What's gonna happen?
ass shoe.
Come on, Mitch. What's gonna happen if the kids don't run off the sideline? Come on, Mitch. What's gonna
Run off the
happen?
sideline. What are we talking about? Sorry, it's early. Run
We're
off the
talking about
sideline.
football. We're talking about football running off the
Onto
sideline at the little league
onto the
level. You know why we
onto the
tell them to
field.
run off? So you don't get a penalty.
Penalty, yes.
Yo, T, who
And
you
we're
guys got this week?
we don't play till Monday. We play Atlanta.
Oh yeah, is it home opener?
Oh yes, sir.
I think the Falcons are gonna lose.
Duh, ain't no
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's a good.
We back.
I think that's a safe bet, man. I side with you there.
Well, it ain't because T's an Eagle fan. I'm just saying. I think the Falcons are gonna
Uh,
lose.
That's okay. You ain't gotta be high on me. But
I'm
guess
not looking.
what? Don't get high when it's too late. Don't get high when it's too late.
Now I'll say this: it would be very Falcons to come out and play them close and lose by like 7.
I mean,
But
I'm not gonna discredit a defense that I think is pretty good. But I think I got too much offensive firepower. Like, okay, AJ Terrell gonna be on AJ Brown. Nigga, Devontae Smith gonna have a field day. I hate when people say, "Oh, we got somebody for AJ," but who do you have for Devontae?
we
Like,
don't
hello?
have like an equal cover corner on the other side from AJ Terrell that's as good as him.
Oh,
Now we have.
okay, and I have the Heisman winner,
That's what. Yeah,
Mister
no.
5-star route, Mister Slim Reaper, Mister gets the job done every time. I like
Yeah,
my chances.
I
Hmm.
like your chances as well.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't seen a motherfucker who could cover him yet. I haven't. I haven't seen anybody that can cover him yet, including Sauce. I said what I said.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, I got
wait. Sauce didn't play in the game last year against y'all, and guess what? We still
So
shut
so
you
what?
down.
So what?
Yeah, so we still shut you down.
Shit, hell, when Sauce went back into that game, that's when it started to get away. But you know what? If
No,
I say
Sauce
what I
didn't
want to
play in that
say,
game. Sauce
he
didn't play
played
against the
half.
Eagles, not in the Eagles game.
Oh, I'm talking about your game on Monday.
Oh, I
I'm
know
not gonna
that.
lie.
I'm
Why did your
talking about the
defense play
Eagles
better
game.
when he wasn't in the game? I don't like that for you.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
like that.
man.
Y'all told me, a lot of your fans told me he was the one, the way, the truth, and the life at the corner position. So I just don't understand why they played better when he wasn't on the field if he's the way, the truth, the life, the Himothy. But I digress. So yeah. And he was in the slot. But you know what? I digress again. Quinion Mitchell
You
will
full
be
of
defense.
shit, T. You full of shit, just as long as you know.
You said I'm full of shit. Okay, well, Quinion Mitchell will be defensive rookie of the year, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that. Thank you.
Bro, Sauce didn't allow one catch that game. What are you talking
He
about?
didn't
Say
even
it
play the
again,
whole
please.
game.
Bro,
Say
Be
it again,
fucking
he
for
please.
literally
real.
didn't play like one drive.
One drive.
Thank
He
you.
I,
missed.
One
Yeah,
drive.
he
That was
missed
it.
like
One
not.
drive.
Yeah, he missed like 9 snaps. Good point, Jersey Jet. Good morning.
Good morning.
it was very competitive in them 9 snaps. I'm just saying, very competitive. There weren't no flags. They let the boys play. Very competitive, if you ask me.
What are you trying to insinuate here, T?
I don't think you want to like what I'm trying to insinuate, my brother. I don't think you're going to like it. But I'm saying I saw a better defense when that mug wasn't on the field. That's what I'm saying.
It was only one possession that he set out, bro. And
Well,
I can't believe even saying this.
I know
You
you
know what?
can't believe I'm saying it. I know
You,
you can't
you know
believe
what?
it.
You know what? You just saying that because you're mad that he's better than Slay.
Better
It's
than
it's
Slay. Okay, he
it's
could be better than Slay. I don't think he better than. Yeah.
see
Anyway,
see there
you
you go
know
here
you.
it go here
Yeah.
it go here it
Yeah.
go here it go
Yeah.
there it
Yeah.
go. He
I
came
got me a
out. See what I'm
lockdown
saying?
now.
I got him.
Yeah. I
Got him.
can talk different kind of shit now. I got a lockdown quarter. I can talk a little bit different shit now.
Didn't
Yeah.
he line up like 60 yards?
Who?
Quinion?
Quinion Mitchell was targeted 10 times in his debut in Brazil and only 3 catches for what? 20 yards? Okay. I'll take that. He was knocking everything else the fuck out of there. I know what the fuck I got
Yeah,
back there.
T. Real quick. So,
Yeah.
guys, it's 9:03 now. This is when the second plane hit the Twin Towers. So, another moment of silence. For a minute. Go ahead.
All right, man. Nah, yeah, when the second one hit, that was when my dad had to leave the house, so I remember that shit. I was young, but I remember that shit. We lived in Virginia at the time, and he had the rest of DC. Shit was crazy, bro. I was so young, and I don't even know what the fuck was happening. All I just know is dad left. Like, what the fuck this nigga going? Like where my juice box and my veggie tails? Like, you feel me? I'm at the house chilling in a pamper and shit. You know, mom and dad at the crib, we cooling. Then this nigga get a call. Oh, I gotta
T.
come.
Do you actually remember that?
Yes, I remember I was watching Veggie Tales with my juice box. I'm telling you, this was my first memory in life. 9/11 was my first memory in life, for real. And maybe one more with
I
Veggie
remember
Tales.
being old enough. I didn't fully understand it, but I knew it was extremely fucked up.
Well, you were older than me. I was only like 2.
I was 8. third
Yeah, I
grade.
was,
I can't
yeah, I was, yeah, I was
see. I
only
can't.
like
I
two.
can't. I,
I
I
was,
can't.
hey, hey, Peter, you know
Go.
what's fucked up? My brother wasn't even born yet. My
Wow.
brother was born like 2 months later.
So I remember kids getting taken out of school by their parents. Atlanta was like, on like high alert. They shut everything down.
Why would they shut everything down in Atlanta when they still like five? You know what?
Because
Never mind.
they shut all the airports down. They had to get every.
Well,
Really? I did not
Yeah.
know that, but I was too
they
young to
didn't
know
know
that.
about other potential targets as well. Like nobody knew what the fuck was really going on. I mean, until you could sort of start piecing it together after the second one hit that it was no accident. I mean, that was
Hey,
clear.
hey, PD, I saw
Yes.
something weird the other night when I was on Mep streams looking at y'all game. And there was these guys that were in the chat and they were saying crazy stuff. And they said World War III incoming. We about to invade America. So then I typed in the chat, invade who?
Oh
Who
yeah,
y'all gonna invade?
the
Not
joint
here? You must be
Russian.
crazy, boy.
All right.
Boy.
Let's get back. We're gonna get back to football now.
No, of course, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, that could get off the rails.
Wow.
I was gonna rein it in. I was gonna rein it in. I just told them you know this America. Don't play.
Hey, T, let me ask you a
What's
question,
up?
T. Bills Dolphins, who you got? And the game is in Miami.
In Miami on Thursday night football?
Yep.
Mm, mm. Let me see where Whittle and them at. Who I making the decision. And not up in here. They over there in the litter box. Okay. Um. Give me Miami. Fuck it.
Dude, that's what the fuck I'm talking. Good morning, brother. Good morning.
Give me
Good morning.
Miami. I think Miami's defense is a lot better than Arizona's.
Yes.
Um, I don't think DeMar Hamlin will be any safety over top coverage for Tyreek Hill. I think Jalen
Thanks.
Waddle will have a nice game, and I think their running backs will do what their running backs do. No offense to Widow or Le'Shawn, Dale, and them boys. All respect to the Mafia, but I don't like it. I don't. Who y'all
It's
play
only
next?
fact.
Tennessee.
We play Tennessee.
Jets
Mm.
got Tennessee on the road. New England at home. Uh, Denver at
Remember,
home.
remember what I kept trying to tell y'all in the beginning of the season. That defense is gonna look a lot better than you think, Bucko. I did say
Hey,
this. I said these things.
hey, listen up. Hey, sir, I sent y'all both a mic, man. Join the conversation. I need y'all expertise on something, please.
But don't count Josh Allen out of that game, though.
You know why I do? Because him trying to play the Superman role already got his hand fucked up. Like it's game one and he already
He
banged up.
lucky he ain't got the schedule he had last year. He definitely would get banged up if he had to play the Eagles again. I ain't lying. He lucky he don't got the schedule he had last year. He really is. He's a lucky man.
Can you guys hear me?
What you said?
Hello?
I hear you now. Yeah, I got you now.
Is anybody talking?
You
Yo, anybody hear me?
can
Yes,
you
we can
hear
hear
us?
you, Pete.
Hello?
Petey, I swear to God. Can you hear me? Petey, I know you ain't laughing at me, motherfucker. I know you heard me.
Buckeye, what's up?
Oh shit. My man's Mark Torres in this bitch. Oh shit.
What's up, man? 6.
Mark living the dream Torres.
Wow, I got a hype man. Morning, T. What's up?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Yeah,
How you
well,
doing? How you
don't you
doing?
love it, brother? Don't you
How you
love it?
doing?
Can you guys hear me?
Good.
Yes,
Yes, hello,
Petey, we
Peter.
hear
Oh,
you.
there you. All right, good, good. I almost,
Okay.
Wow.
yeah, I
Damn.
couldn't. I had
You
technical
liar.
difficulties.
You ain't no way. Everybody say I'm the loudest nigga on spaces. Excuse my language of the N word. But I know you heard me. Ain't no way you didn't hear me. Ain't no way.
I'm back. I had technical difficulties. I had to restart. Mark, good morning.
Morning. I'm not quite here yet, um, but I am here. That makes sense. Give me like
Yes,
10 minutes and I can talk.
no problem. The guy, James from, I know he lives down by the Titans, so he's a Titan fan, but he does all that NFL film. Thinks the Jets are going to win. I believe what 26-14 June, 27-14.
27-14.
But I will ask a question. Since
Mm,
you are playing with Darius Sneed, does that mean that he will be guarding Garrett Wilson?
Yes.
So I don't
Yes.
expect a big day from him, sir.
yeah, I mean, I expect Brees Hall to have a good day and somebody else.
Look,
But I'm also
look.
telling you though that you're going against the best corner in the league. Um, and
I
and
tell you
based
who.
on
But you know what?
based on this last game, Garrett Wilson helped your offense get to running. So if he's taking out the game early, I feel bad for old ass A-Rod. I really do.
No, no, look, listen. Be on the lookout for Alan Lazard.
I'm high on the whole defense. I don't care what you say. They were just in a division matchup and they went down to the wire. You feel me?
Who?
Oh shit. Y'all
Who?
know I'm smoking, so excuse me.
Who's in the division matchup?
Showtime, good.
They just put they
Buenos
just played
dias.
the Colts.
Good morning.
No. They didn't. No. That was
T
the
let
Colts and
Right.
let
Right.
Good morning.
Showtime go. Good.
Oh, my
Yeah,
fault.
it's gonna be a tough game for you guys.
Showtime. What
What's
up,
up,
man?
gentlemen? Tagafe. Dick.
Good morning, ugly.
I'm not acknowledging you. I only
Yeah,
talk to women.
he's not ugly.
Yeah. So anyway,
Ew, not you judging, man. What's wrong with
it's
you?
it's
No,
gonna
I'm
be
just
it's
playing.
gonna be a tough game for you guys. You guys need somebody else outside of Garrett Wilson to make plays. Um, they got
Look,
Jeffrey Simmons in the middle, man. Do not forget that. Okay,
hey,
he's
hey,
a top interior defensive lineman in the league. Okay,
show. The question I want to ask you
what up?
is can I bet my money on the Dolphins, brother?
Sure, why not? Every time.
Don't say every time
Don't say every.
because
You can't say every time, brother.
yeah, because my dad wanted to be spiteful last year when we played y'all fuck niggas and he lost a
I
lot of
mean,
money.
I can bet on a Jalen Hurts fumble every game. Probably win 9 out of 10. So
Well, maybe I can bet.
Ooh.
You know what? See, I'd be
Ooh.
I'm
wrong if
saying
I would have
I
said
I,
that.
I just
I'd be
I came
wrong.
up here chilling.
I would have been
Yo,
wrong if I would
I
have
came
said
up here
that. See,
chilling.
you
yo,
see how much
A-
decorum I have up here?
Anybody swing, I'm
See how
swinging
much
right back.
decorum I got up here?
yo,
I'm chilling.
yo.
Bird,
Damn.
what's up?
Tariq Hill, hey, maybe Tariq Hill should have did what I did. Took them crackers on the ride. I mean, excuse me, people. That's what we call the 12s in Florida. That is
Man,
what we call 12 in Florida.
Yeah,
man,
Sorry, I just had to let people know
All right,
that.
T, come on,
uh,
man.
I'm gonna ignore him because I don't have any limits. So yeah, I know that. So
Yes, let's get back to the T. That's your warning. T, you go in timeout for 30 seconds. You're usually good.
So tell me about the game. So talk to me. What matchup did you like?
I mean, I just think they're gonna try to get James Cook going because if they can't, it's gonna be a long season for them. I
I
mean,
think you're right on
Kincaid
that
didn't,
part.
didn't do shit last game. He's supposed to be the number one weapon. So
You know the funny part about this shit show?
he,
Everything I love, bro. No trolling involved. No trolling involved. I think y'all gonna beat them by at least 13 points. Real talk.
yeah, I think for the most part the game is gonna be close, but I think we'll get separation by the third quarter. But we can't make any mistakes though. No interceptions, no fumbles, none of that. And we got to control time of possession. Josh Allen, he's reverting back to his older self of like just
Yes.
being
Yes.
just
Yes.
reckless.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think he realizes that there's 17 games in the season. Um, you already have issues turning the ball over, and then your opposite hand is hurt. It's not his throwing hand, but like we like to run a lot. If
Yep.
I'm a defender, I'm punching at his hand. So
So wait. Let me ask you a question. Over and under for Josh Allen turnovers. 1.5. What are you going with?
I think he has at least two because he's gonna have to force it. And
Yep.
Poyer's gonna be back there. Poyer knows him pretty well. So
Yep. Hey, Petey, see what I'm saying? That's the reason why I feel so confident that Buffalo will get mashed out.
because they that's the thing is they put everything on Josh. So it's either they win with Josh or they lose with Josh. It's just there's no in between.
I love it.
I'd like to
I love
apologize
it.
to Jets Commute. He got the phone. Um, he's a bad guy.
And I've been asking people all offseason where did the Bills get better?
No,
And
they
all I was that they did this.
Showtime.
Wait, let's
um,
get to
I
offense
just
real
have
quick.
one thing to say
T
I
about
T
got
your
T.
division.
Let's
It's
get to
it's about
offense.
football. I
All
promise.
right, but he's got his hand up. Let me just get to him, and then you go. Office, go ahead. Yo,
Office.
Like I was saying,
yeah.
Showtime. I don't know why you talking big boy shit.
Sorry about that. It cut out. You're right though, because think about it. Josh Allen's already playing playoff style football as far
Yep.
as his individual person. That ain't
Yep.
gonna last long, dude.
That's not
He's
gonna
gonna keep
last.
turning that.
do people
No, you
remember?
got to play like it's week
Do
two,
people
not week
do people
18.
remember how good Cam Newton was and how he just physically just fell off a cliff? Like you can't play like that forever. Lamar Jackson's already hurt too. That's just not conducive to football.
Well, he's
Jordan Love just scrambled for
Yeah.
just a little bit, and now he's out for a month. Like football, it's still football, yo. The quarterbacks
Yeah,
have to
but
protect themselves.
Love was more on a sack though, Showtime to be
No, no,
fair.
but Love was trying to extend that play. He could have just threw the ball.
Okay. That's fair. Jones, go ahead.
that's kind of what made Peyton Manning real good, man. He knew the right times to throw it away and live to fight another day. That's a great
And
point
that's
by the
and
man,
that's what
Jones.
Mike McDaniel beat into his head. If the play is dead, motherfucker, throw the ball away and slide. That's it. Like you act like there's
I
no
was
other
so
down.
proud of Jalen throwing the ball away, bro. I cried, real tears. I'm like, he threw the ball away 5 times. I'm so proud of him. I was so
Jones,
proud.
go ahead.
What up, PD, June,
What's up?
Mark? Hey,
What's good,
what
brother?
up? Hey, did y'all already talk about Jets ball?
Yeah, but who about what?
Jets ball, like our team.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it. I'm here, please. Go ahead, Jones.
All right. Hey, man, I was I was watching some stuff last night while I was on my flight and shit.
Hey, June,
You
bring me back up so I can hear Cub.
All right, go
I
ahead.
was watching stuff while I was on my flight, and I was during the game I was there live. I was kind of getting annoyed, like where's our Corley, Rucker, and a bunch of some of the guys that a lot of people want some promise for on the offensive side. I feel like that game was like a. It sounds so terrible, but like it was a ramp up game. I seemed like they was giving a force feed to Brees and Garrett at least the first half, and I kind of feel like that was our first time seeing those three guys with Rodgers. You know, get that period. You know, that live period of this. The other team is trying to, not let you score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yo,
agree. I agree.
Jones, what you just saying, I'm thinking now the Jets need to make a statement on Sunday. Go win the game 29-7, something
I
like
do.
that.
They have
You're
I
gonna
agree.
have to run the ball on Sunday, sir.
Does
I'm just
anybody
gonna
know?
let you know.
Does anybody watch Todd Spears run the football?
Yeah,
Yes, and
Tajay
he
Spears
runs
from
like a
Michigan.
bat out of hell.
And
Yeah,
he runs just as hard as Jordan Mason.
I
Okay,
he
call
it
I
does.
could
But
get
I
I
I,
it
I
could get
call
ugly.
him. You know what I call him? I call him Isaiah Pacheco, little brother, little step brother. Yeah, yeah.
who is their Trent Williams? I just have a curious, like,
yeah.
who is their Trent Williams?
Don't worry about who they Trent Williams is. Just
No,
know they
no,
gonna run the
you
ball.
have to have a Trent Williams to have a
No, they
Jordan
don't.
Mason type.
You
Well,
ain't
I'll
we'll
gotta
say
see.
have a
this.
Trent Williams to run the
Hey,
ball.
Buckeye, they
We'll
don't
see.
have a Trent Williams, but I do believe that they don't have a quarterback that's going to not make the. We have a QB where our DBs should feast off of. Like they're going to
Right.
get Brock Purdy respect to him because he only gave us one opportunity and Chuck Clark didn't come down with the interception. But he gave us one
Uh,
opportunity to pick the ball, maybe two. I
Yeah.
think Will Levis is going to make, about 5 or 6 of those decisions. And he's going to hold on to the ball on some plays he shouldn't
Well,
have.
Jones, they didn't even get to the quarterback at all. They got to get a sack. I understand Clemens had that sack, but come on. They did not put Purdy
Yeah,
on the ground at all. They didn't.
yeah, they didn't. But when I was watching live, I could see where in some of those situations where a younger quarterback would try to keep the ball and it'll end up a sack, or he'll try to launch it downfield and it end up an
By
Hmm.
the
interception.
and by the way, back to Spears. I think he's talented. They let him carry the ball 4 times in game one. So unless they're going to give him more run and carry, that's not a big conversation.
Yeah.
it is because what coaches do is
Look,
watch the previous game and see what worked. They're
Right.
gonna
So
try to
so the
copy
disparity
that.
of Pollard was 4x the amount of carries to Spears.
But just know they're gonna run the ball.
Yeah, of
Like
Bro,
course.
like
that's the
They
point
will.
of
Of
it.
course.
They're
If your
gonna run the
quarterback is
ball, bruh. If they don't
Will
give it to
Levis, what
Spears,
choice do you
if
have?
Tony take 20 carries, he gonna
Can
get
I say
20
something, please?
carries.
Can I say
And
something,
you
Showtime.
please?
gotta stop that.
I'm not trolling, bro. Like
I'm not either.
if I watch that game, I'm gonna do the same thing the Niners did. I'm gonna run as
Hey,
much as possible, make you guys load the box and hit you over the top. Will Levis is not the
Yeah,
best
but their O
quarterback,
line's
but
not as strong as the 49ers,
Uh,
though.
I didn't
exactly.
say that.
That's the point.
I didn't say that.
You're
I
gonna
said they're
end
gonna
up in a defensive field position ball game
So,
because
so
they have
Listen,
good DBs.
the main thing is if the Jets score points because they had a 5.4 average
You're gonna be
against
scoring
Chicago. They
field
ran the
goals.
ball, they ran it really well, but Will Levis sucks. So they have
Okay,
a Will
Will
Levis
Levis
problem.
sucks, but that defense ain't that ass. I'm gonna just tell you that. So
Yeah, but
you do
put
with
him
that
in
right.
information what you
conflict.
will.
Put Will
But
Levis in
Jarius Sneed and them
conflict.
boys in that
The
secondary are gonna present a hard time
like
for Aaron Rodgers.
the Titans are a tough team, bro. Like
okay.
they're you gotta beat them.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
nah.
not gonna lie. On paper, that defense is scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? We say that now, but if the Jets do blow them out, everyone gonna say, well,
Exactly,
they beat the
June.
Well,
Titans last
well,
year.
Exactly.
well, well. I do
Like
want to
that's crazy.
say, in my defense, I can't speak for no other man. I did when we were going over y'all schedule. I did have y'all losing because of the defense. So if I'm right, all I'm gonna say is I predicted this already, and I'm not, and I'm gonna go easy on y'all.
Wait, who is it?
Listen,
I'm
I'm
Showtime?
not
just saying I'm gonna go easy on y'all
I'm
because I told
I,
you
But
beforehand.
Showtime.
Calm down,
But
Nostradamus.
Showtime. You can
what's
say
up?
that about your running back. Wait, is that you talking? Is that Showtime?
No, no,
I'm
that
talking
was
right now.
T. That was
Oh,
T.
T.
That was T
Yeah,
talking. I
I
didn't say
agree
that.
with
That
your
was T.
facts, but can you tell me after seeing Will Levis become the meme of week one that he's gonna play calculated as Brock Purdy?
He gonna shake off his
No, no,
rust.
but no,
Oh
no.
no.
He gonna shake off his rust. He ain't no Brock Purdy, but guess what? He don't have to be Brock Purdy to be
Bro,
competitive.
yeah,
what?
He doesn't have to be,
he
bro. They just went against the team
yeah.
that lost the Super Bowl,
Look,
bro.
I saw Tennessee have one impressive game last year against the
Okay, you
Dolphins.
seen them have
Outside of
one
that,
impressive game,
I haven't
and
seen
guess
that.
what? They didn't. That defense was not what it is today.
Wait, I'm
sir.
confused.
And
You
that's
said they
what,
just
and I'm tired of y'all going into new seasons off of old season stats.
I get you.
Like according to you,
like
the Eagles
wait,
defense is ranked 32nd still because of last year's stats. And that's what's wrong with
wait, wait,
niggas.
wait,
That's
wait, wait,
what
wait,
be
wait,
wrong
wait,
with niggas.
wait.
Especially if a
Hold
whole
on,
defense
hold on,
change.
T.
If
No,
7 out of
Hey,
11
T.
defensive players starters change,
T. Hold
I've
on,
that's
never
a
T.
said nothing
different
about the
defense,
Eagles
my
out.
brother.
I've never
Hold
said
on,
nothing about the Eagles outside of you got a terrible
hold
head
I
on.
know,
coach.
but
That's
I'm
it.
just saying though, you going
Let's get to the hands, man. Let's get to the hands. Big brother had his hand up for about 30 minutes now.
Oh, good morning. I just wanted to verify.
That's delayed. Show. I mean, sir,
Yeah, that delayed me
Sir,
was nasty.
it
So I heard
is.
somebody say that, but they don't have an offensive line as good as the 49ers. I was today years old when I found out that y'all thought we had a good offensive line because I heard all off season
no,
that was our Achilles heel.
no. You
So,
heard they don't got a Trent Williams. You didn't hear offensive line.
so you gonna tell me what I heard?
No. Both was said. One person said that they don't have triple news, and another person did say that their line is not all that.
So I
So
just I just want to know what the story is before we get to week two.
Nah,
Do we have a good
Only thing I
offensive
said is
line or
who's their
not?
Trent Williams. So I don't know who else said what
yeah, I
Can
else.
don't know.
I say something,
yeah, but
please?
Buckeye only mentioned Trent Williams.
Yes,
I don't
And
sir.
know who the other one.
Yeah,
and
it's
Mark,
it's,
do
sir,
fi- it's four other
you want to
positions.
go into
certified.
your normal role, Mark?
Hmm?
No, I'm fine.
What's
Listen, I
up,
can
Mark?
speak more freely as a speaker. Good morning, sir. We were told by your fan base, because we don't know your personnel as well as your fan base does, that they had big questions about your interior, and they told me that McKivitz was trash. So that's what we ran with. So don't take it up with us. Take it up with them.
Oh yeah, but Mark, I'm not sure if you heard my question. You're kind of supporting me because I just heard that we had a good offensive line, but if the 49ers are saying that we have a trash offensive line, I just want to know what the rules are before Sunday comes.
Well, there's plenty of rules, but I think the big rule is that scheme and coaching matters. And I think there's a lot of movement and motion with the run. Like there's a lot of activity happening, and they don't have a Shanahan as their offensive coordinator. So we'll see. Listen, if Tennessee can run all over the Jets, then it's a serious problem, and then they need to do something about that. But look, I'm looking at a stat line because we're not going back to 2023. I'm looking at a stat line for Will Levis against the Chicago Bears defense, where he went one touchdown and two interceptions and was 19 to 32 for 127. So if he does that against the Jets and they gave the Jets two extra possessions, um, and also do they have I forget like do they have a Fred Warner? I'm asking on the linebacking core like what's that core look like?
Eh,
it's not
Mark, can we
about.
just
But
say this? If we lose to Tennessee by 1 point or 100 points, the Jets should be trolled. Us fans should be trolled. We have no excuse to lose this game to
Well, there's no
Tennessee.
winning on it. Look,
Right.
I don't think you should be trolled if you lose the game, but that's because
I
you're
do
underrating the
because
defense,
I
in
do
my
because
opinion.
this is an all in team and an all in year, and Tennessee is not that team. They are a top 10 pick team. That's what this team should be this year. So no, this is a game on the schedule that you win.
Mm, okay.
Is it
I
in
would look at this
Tennessee or
game.
in New York?
Tennessee.
You guys should look at this game like a trap game. They just have to come in there focused. If you guys come in there just like
How
nonchalant,
can
they
you go
will punch you in
nonchalant?
the
We got
mouth.
our asses whooped in week one. Where would the trap game be when you just got our shit pushed in week one? There's no trap game in this.
It's a trap game because some fans think it's just gonna be like a
Well,
walk in the
wait, the
park.
trap game usually shows. Sorry, guys, I have to keep quiet. I'm in an office. The trap game is usually like when a really good team, like the Bills 2 years ago, when they were 13-point favorites against the Jets at MetLife. You know, that's a trap game. And then the next week the Bills play, let's say, the Chiefs. That's a trap game. I don't agree with you on that, Showtime.
Correct.
I'm more so speaking to the fan perspective, not national
No,
perspective.
I'm
All
talking about
right.
fan perspective too. Like to me, all right, hear me. How about
well, good
the
thing none of us
Minnesota
wear
game?
uniforms.
How about
Good
the
people.
Minnesota game in London? To me, that's a trap game for the Jets because they play Buffalo the next week at home on Monday night. That's a trap game. That's just my
The
opinion.
Vikings have a really good
I'm
defense. You
just
sure
saying,
about
but
that?
Minnesota is not projected as this playoff team, and a lot of people think they're going to stink.
I'll give you another
So,
trap, Pete, which is the Steelers week 7. A lot of fans, when we were doing the schedule rundown, said there's going to be a lot of high emotion when the Jets play the Bills at home. What is that? Is that a Monday night game? Sunday? It's a primetime game.
Wait, y'all play the Steelers?
Steelers after the
Week
Jets.
7.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
good
Sunday
God.
night
God,
game,
have mercy on
Mark.
y'all
And in
souls.
their building.
Jesus.
So
Have
that's going to
mercy.
be very tough football game. And
I
that's
fuck with y'all the long way, but God have mercy. Y'all going against that defense. My Lord.
Hey, yeah, I agree. That
You
defense
better
is tough.
you better have 3 motherfuckers on TJ Watt all game long. I'm gonna tell
Hey,
you this now. Cause he will be back in
I
that
think
dirt
we're
and he will be back
jumping. I
hurting
think
if
we're
you let
jumping
him
way
get a
too
clean
far
hit
ahead.
on him. I'm telling you, you better protect him. That's
All
gonna be
right,
a game you
let's
gotta protect him.
guys. Let I was almost
You got to
I
worry about
almost
us
called
too.
D1 by his first name, but D1, go ahead. I haven't talked to you in a while. Good morning.
So,
I know you
good morning.
weren't around. It's good to hear from you. Hope you have a good day, man. How you been?
I've been good, Petey. What's up, man?
Bet.
Tough loss for y'all Monday night. Kind of expected it. Um, I expect y'all to win y'all next 3 to 4 games. For me, I know your defense is kind of they're front runners. Um, they only play elite when they're playing below average QBs or backup QBs, and that's what you're facing the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm
wait,
really
what?
excited.
Can you repeat that? Because we played Jalen
That's
Hurts,
okay.
we
That's
played
okay.
Patrick Mahomes. Can
That's
you
all right.
repeat that?
Okay, so
How about
that's
Josh
two.
Allen?
Hold on, that's 2 quarterbacks, right? Or 3
Okay,
quarterbacks.
Josh Allen, that's three, and it's the
What
top
about
three
the other?
quarterbacks, right?
That's there's 17 games or whatever. Let's
I,
minus the
I'm just
division
gonna
round.
hit mute
So
and let you hang yourself on this one. Go ahead.
how am I hang myself?
Jalen did not
You
have a
you
good
can
year
only
last
Jalen
week.
play
didn't have a
You can
good
only play
year.
who you
You
playing with.
named two
You got no
quarterbacks out
control.
of the last two
Josh Allen,
seasons.
yeah, we named Josh Allen
Two
and Patrick
seasons.
Mahomes.
So how many? So you
They
take
But,
two.
but,
actually
but,
So
were
but,
the
that's
but
two
first
hold on,
games.
hold
loss of
on,
the
hold
year,
on,
fuck
hold
nigga.
on.
Mind your fucking business.
T,
Mahomes was
chill.
not good in
T,
the regular season.
chill.
Yeah,
T.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
let's
don't
Mahomes
stop
like
was
it.
that.
good.
I
Like,
Good.
don't like
Okay.
that. I don't
I
All
like
right,
that.
know,
They
I
hold
was
know
about the
on.
y'all not
same
gonna
round.
like.
Mahomes, like what?
Guys, I am in an office. Please. I understand it's good banter. I told you none of this September 11th. Let's have a good debated sports talk, please. I understand whatever. D1, to be fair, the Jets did beat some good quarterbacks last year. I see where you're going with this, and I agree with you. You're right. The Jets beat up on bad quarterbacks. You're right about that. But that Jalen Hurts wasn't trash last year in the beginning of the year. So sorry.
Right.
In fact,
And that
in
was our
fact,
first loss. So get your facts straight,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Petey,
yeah.
keep this in context. This
Get
is
your
a
facts
Dolphins
straight.
fans. This is a Dolphins fan talking about the Jets against weak schedules. This is a Dolphins fan. Like that's the
Right.
only thing
But
you
you
guys
All
do
were
is
right.
one
feast
in
on
five
Guys,
against playoff
attrition. It's the
teams,
only thing you guys
including
do
those
is beat
same
up the
Eagles
team.
you were talking
can I
about.
talk?
hold
I didn't
on.
even
Shut
Yes,
finish.
up.
Listen,
yes.
I didn't
Like,
even
Finish your
finish
shut
what I
bed,
was
Petey,
up.
saying.
please.
I didn't even
Don't
finish
ever
D1
what I was
got
speak
the
saying.
on us
mic.
again.
I was
Hold
not
Showtime
on,
even
came in
finished.
here.
please.
He sat down and he talked the
I was
ball.
not even
And he knew
finished.
where he needed to go and he didn't go other places.
D1 is
But
not done.
you
All
want to
right.
come
T,
in
I'm
here
not done.
running your
hold
Hold on,
on.
yap
This
quick.
is
guys.
I'm trying.
this is
All right. I had a call come in, a spam call. Okay. Don't you hate when people call spam? Hello, this is that they said I ordered a PS5. No. So,
Was that D1 that spam call? That's what this
mm,
take is.
let him finish, please. Okay, this is getting good. Let D1 finish, T. I'm asking you. Thank you.
I love Jets always push back on me, and I've been more right about y'all team than y'all have. I've been
Okay,
saying for the last 2 years how your defense only feast on below average and backup QBs.
so was
I've been
Jalen
getting like,
Hurts
and nobody, and I have
was
been right every single time.
okay?
Whenever it's time to really face an elite offense with a really good quarterback, y'all don't. The defense does not show up at
Okay,
all.
I felt the
Like
okay.
same
I
way
don't know
about
why
y'all.
y'all need to stop
So
overrating this
wait, was
defense.
I'm not overrating the
No, I'm not
shit,
talking about
bro.
you, TD. I'm not talking
I
about
have a
D1,
you, TD.
D1.
question.
Did they
D1.
wait,
Okay,
wait, wait?
but yeah,
One,
Who's,
one.
can I
you were
ask a
talking
question?
about Jalen a little too hard, like we didn't
Yes,
beat
Mark, you
y'all
can.
ass. Yes.
You're
I
the
want
On
to
you're
ask.
the you're the
Thursday
honorary
night football.
co-host.
Excuse
I'm
me.
trying to, but T, give me a second. I'm listen. I understand there's a lot of great quarterbacks in the league, but apparently there are starters in the league that are better than who is starting over Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I guess Mahomes is a
I
great
mean,
backup.
Mark,
Allen's a
are
great
you gonna let him finish
backup.
his point?
And wait, I have
Oh,
a
Are you
well,
gonna
he
let him,
can finish
Mark.
Mark?
it,
Mark,
but he's
You,
crashing into the
can you
wall
guys just
here,
let him
dude.
finish his point?
Yeah, wait,
Okay, go
Mark.
Just let
ahead.
him
Wait,
finish his point,
Showtime.
Mark. Mark,
Showtime.
yeah.
Who did D1? This is for D1. Who did Miami beat last year? Incredible team besides Dallas.
Uh,
What does this have to do with
Finish
I'm
me
that
just
talking
point.
about
asking
your
you a
overrated
Because
question.
you
defense?
come into the Jet space, you talk about the
what does
Did
Jets,
that
you
do?
talk about
Lejon,
your
Listen,
fucking
I got
sorry
it.
ass team.
Please.
if y'all want to troll, we could do
No,
that.
I'm
But
Exactly,
just let
bro.
him
trolling.
make his point.
I'm not trolling. I'm
We're
asking a
talking
They
ball
question.
certainly
here.
didn't
He
beat the
said something.
Ravens. They certainly
Back it
didn't
up.
beat the Ravens. We hung a
Yeah,
50
go ahead,
burger on the
D1.
I
fence.
mean, listen, if you
What do
guys
you?
want to talk about Miami, we could talk about Miami. But he was talking about the
Yeah,
Jets. I
and
mean, we
I'm
could
just
do
I'm
whatever.
just counteracting to who Miami beat last year. That was a great quarterback.
So are y'all? So that's the route
What?
y'all want to go?
I'm just asking a question.
No,
I hear a lot of
when I'm asking a
silence here, like
question,
I'm trying to
and I
be.
say the statement, and y'all didn't make not one single point of debating my statement.
Man,
D1,
You
PD,
D1,
What?
feast on
D1.
y'all
All
All
right,
feast
right.
on
hold on. Can
below
I
So,
average
answer this?
so
QBs, bro.
All
It's
right,
all right.
guys,
can we move?
I cannot answer this question in an office the way I want to. The fact of the matter is, the Jets played Mahomes tough. They beat Josh Allen last year. They beat uh,
Hmm.
Jalen Hurts. Who else
Hmm.
did they beat? Hello?
Yeah.
Jet
Who
fans,
Jet, the
tell
else?
me.
You
Jets
tell
have
me.
yeah,
no issue
Tell
but
me.
beating talented
but
quarterbacks.
You
PD,
didn't
Who's
beat.
you
the
have to.
Jets
You didn't
quarterback
beat
in
the.
those
You
scenarios,
didn't
by
beat
the
the.
way?
Yeah, it
You
was Zach
didn't beat the
Wilson.
Texans. You
Hmm.
didn't
Yeah.
beat the Browns.
Yes,
You
we did
didn't
beat the
beat the. You didn't beat
Texans.
the
We
They
did
beat
beat
the
Falcons.
the
brakes off the
Texans.
We
Texans.
beat them
Fucking
Okay,
terrible
why
Yeah,
team.
then?
Blow them
31-6.
out.
but
Go
PD,
ahead.
Guy's an idiot.
just to answer you,
Hmm.
everybody knows how the Dolphins season went. But you're talking about your season like you had a winning
I'm not
season when
talking. We were
went
Nobody's
out there.
7
saying
and
that.
10.
You're moving goalposts, bro.
No,
Showtime in
I'm saying
D1.
the way you're presenting that information
No,
is you're making it seem like you had a great season,
no,
and I know for a
no,
fact you.
no. I'm not.
What I'm just
Showtime.
answering you.
D1 said something
So
problematic, which is that the Jets can
Mark,
only feast on backups.
I'm talking to Petey. I'm
Okay.
talking to Petey.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let me know when your name is Petey. So Petey, the way you're presenting the information, I'm not saying anything else. The way I'm listening to it and I'm receiving the information, nothing else. Okay, you're giving me the perception that you enjoyed your season last year. Is that the case, Petey?
That
Or
work.
he's probably caught of work.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
in the
he didn't.
office.
Hey, well, can I say something? This is a pointless
Please.
conversation, but I see what the point D1 is trying to make, but then he'll never say it. A lot of people won't. But then you got to look at our side of the ball. We was playing with Joe Blow and whoever. We played with a backup on the field just as well as the other team did. So like, who cares? So can we change the subject, please? Like,
Bro, I
this is a
hear that
pointless
all the time. This
conversation.
is not the first time I've said this about y'all defense.
Like
And
Okay.
you're
trying to talk about
wrong.
the
Like
Titans
you're
This
game,
is
but
not,
actually
we
you're
can
no,
talk
I'm
about the
literally
not
Dolphins
wrong
wrong.
and
because
Bills.
every time y'all play a good team with a good
Well,
offensive
you're wrong,
quarterback,
bro.
you
Bro,
They
don't
never.
win.
They actually
And it
usually
just
play
started
well
this
against good
Monday
quarterbacks.
night, and you
D1,
still didn't do it,
you're
bro.
right.
You
D1,
just want to fucking make shit up
No,
and
I'm
All
not.
right,
How
can
am I
I
yes,
handle
making
this,
shit
it's
up?
please?
just
Prove it
D1,
ridiculous.
to
thank you
me.
for your opinion.
Prove it
Jared,
to
go
me.
ahead.
Prove it to me, bro. How am I making shit up?
all right.
Bro, they were
Mark,
4-3 with no quarterback against the best offenses in the fucking league.
So
And
now,
I was trying to
but
and
boost
they
we're
the
talking
convo,
about
but I
faltered
your
down the
can't
end.
defense, and you
But
reset.
continue to
in the
talk about your
process
offense.
Good,
of
Jared.
falling apart, they
Okay.
beat the crap out
Okay,
of CJ
What's
so
what's
Stroud.
once
what's
again, once again, you had Aaron Rodgers last night, right? I mean Monday night, right? This now this
Right.
whole myth of this whole the defense is performing bad because we didn't have an offense or a bad quarterback. All
Bro,
that shit gets shut down this
the
year,
D1?
right?
Niners would have
You
beat
gotta
the
All
land the
that
plane,
brakes
gets
bro.
off
shut
the
down this
Dolphins,
year,
too.
right?
You
The
gotta land the
Niners
plane
would have
now.
beat the piss out of the Dolphins. They would have ran it down their throat, and you'd be crying
What
in your
does this
sleep.
have to do with
So,
what I just said,
because
bro?
all you do is
Your
come into
defense
fucking
is
Jet
front
Space every
running.
day and fucking try to have a point. Nobody
How? I have
cares,
yet to
dude.
do that
Like,
every day,
really.
bro. I've
You want
barely
to hate
been
on
in
the
these
Jets?
places a
Like,
month.
whatever. Go hate on the
Leave
Jets and the
Bro,
Dolphins.
let
y'all
him
have
have it,
yet
man.
to prove
Want to talk
y'all have
football?
yet
Then
to
talk
prove my
football.
points wrong. Y'all have yet to prove me wrong.
Bro,
All
they
y'all
beat
do is
the
make the
shit out
points
of
for
some
me when y'all
top tier
play.
quarterbacks.
Hey, hey, Hey,
That
D1.
was the only thing they talked about
Like,
last year with the Jets was their defense hanging in
oh,
there. They
Yeah,
hung in there. The
that's a
Jets
fact.
defense
no, I'm
hung in
just
there,
no.
dude.
Your Jets,
They had
bro, the
no
Jets
offense.
defense is overrated. As simple as that. Until
All
y'all
right.
beat better
Well,
teams,
that could be
Yeah,
just like
true.
Jets
y'all
don't
say
lie, bro.
Dolphins can beat good teams, until y'all play good and beat teams with above average offenses or quarterbacks and not have to settle for playing the backups of the
It's a
world like y'all
wonderful
done the
opinion.
last
Well,
Can
two
you
maybe
share
you
some
seasons.
guys
numbers
should
for
Yeah,
watch
that
the
me?
sounds
game
like a
film of
Dolphins
how we
last
beat
Hey,
the
year,
D,
right?
Bills, because that seems to be the Achilles heel for the
okay,
Dolphins,
so who else
beating the
did you beat?
Bills.
Who
So
else did you
watch
beat?
our
They
Who
game
else
can't
did
beat
you
film
beat?
anybody
and
above
That's
figure it
one
out
average.
team. Who else
Thursday.
did you beat?
All right.
Who else
Don't
It
did
I
you
doesn't
don't want
beat?
to
matter.
don't
shout
Watch
out
that
don't.
game
everybody.
film because you got your hands full on Thursday. Beat the Bills. Show that you can beat the
Dolphins. Well,
Bills.
they
How
can't
about
because
you
the Bills
beat
are
a good
1-0,
team?
so
How
they're
about you
over
beat a team
500.
with a good offense
They'll probably
and
get
stop
How
smacked.
about you
overhyping
beat
your?
the Bills?
Because your defense is
Hey,
taking a step back
Guys are
from last
taking the
year.
bait.
All you talk
Your
hey,
about the
defense is
Jets.
taking
D1.
a step back.
Do you even
Yeah.
like the
You
Dolphins?
have
Hey,
no
Are you a
JFM.
Dolphins fan
You
or you're a
have
hey,
no
Jets
Al
fan?
D1.
Woods. You
How
have
about
All
no
right,
turn
all right,
Josh
no
Allen over
no
all
four
right,
Tyson
times the
man.
way
Hill.
we
I,
did?
I didn't
Turn
come
him
That
in
over
here
was
to
four
smoke
Xavier
Who do
mirrors.
you
times.
Howard.
want
Tell
a
me
fan of? Is he a Jets fan?
Bro, so because I
Because
know the
D1.
Jets,
talks
that
about the
means I'm a
Jets
Jets
every
fan
day.
now.
Is
Now
he a
because I
Jets
know
fan
the
Hey,
Jets and
or
speak
not?
about
Can
the
you
D1.
mute
Jets,
the
I'm a
room and
Jets
reset,
fan now.
please? This is
D1.
tough.
D1. Yeah, D1. Let me ask you a question, D1, real quick. Do you consider Justin Herbert a good quarterback, top 10 quarterback?
No, he's not a top 10 quarterback.
Oh, I forgot I'm asking you
Yes,
that
you
question
talk to the
because
number one Justin Herbert hater and the person that put out the most evidence on him too.
yeah.
All
So
right, I'm
no
out
good
of
that
the
I
matters.
forgot. I
office.
forgot about
Hello,
that. I
D1. I'm
forgot
out of
about
the
that. You're right.
office.
What's up, Pete?
All right, I'm back. Let's get to the
We
combo
we we got,
going.
we
Yeah,
got
All right,
a
so
live
wait, so
I
stream.
think
wait,
We have a
hold
live.
on.
can we move
Showtime,
on some questions?
Showtime. Pete's here now.
What's
Not
up, Petey?
Pete's here, not Mark. So I heard that comment. I could not comment. So Pete's here. What did you
Okay.
want to hear? What you were talking to Pete, not Mark. But
I,
what's the
I,
question?
yeah. So I was mentioning earlier that what you're breaking down is just you're giving the perception to me,
Hmm.
nothing else,
Yeah.
that you enjoyed your season last
Oh,
year,
I
and
didn't.
I
No, you're
see
putting words. I'm just
that.
saying that you guys
No,
D1.
I'm not putting words in your
All
mouth.
right, go ahead.
Listen to what I
No
said.
problem. I'll mute.
The what you were saying, the way you're phrasing it, I was perceiving it. Keep that what I'm saying, perceiving what you're saying
Hmm.
that you enjoyed the season last year.
Oh no, it was
Because I
one of the
wasn't attacking. I wasn't coming at the point whether you paid the top quarterback or not. I
Fair
really don't
enough.
care about
No,
that.
you weren't. No, can I answer that without getting interrupted, guys? Not that's not just for
Go ahead.
Showtime.
Go ahead.
So I just counteracted with a question. The Jets season was miserable. And that's funny that you just said that. You are slick, bro. I like that. You know what? I'm a little bit older, Showtime. I haven't lost my marbles yet, all right? But all I said was I just started thinking. I never said the Jets had a great bro, we're 7-10 last year, and people pay attention to us. And then I thought, wait a second, who was the only 500 team Miami beat last year? And it was the
Cowboys.
Cowboys. That's it. That's so I countered with that question. That's it.
No, no, wait, Pete. How about this? How about who are the only teams that they beat over 500 in the past 2 years?
That I can't answer. It's probably Dallas and
No,
another
don't do that.
person.
Why
Two other
not?
teams.
It'll get ugly for you.
Why, why,
You
why,
don't do that.
How many backup quarterbacks have y'all
why
beaten
not?
in the
The
last 2 years
Ravens.
and played?
Can
Because
I
y'all
ask
played
an
a lot.
important question? If you guys lose on Thursday night, can Jets fans have a mic in Dolphins spaces? Yes or no?
With
Wait,
Dolphins
let
No,
me
Of
let me
course
all right,
not.
no.
hold on,
faces.
hold on. This
You
is
know
a
you
very
ain't getting no mic.
hold on. This is a very complicated question because everybody doesn't
Depends
fuck
on
with
what
each other.
space.
So
It
Yeah.
depends on
so
what space.
you're gonna you're gonna
Mark,
have
that was
to chat
funny as
somebody.
hell.
You're gonna have to message somebody personally just to open up a space. You control. I'm just being honest.
Well,
Yeah, I think Jets fans should be welcome on a Dolphins loss on Thursday night to speak and
So are
speak
Dolphin
freely.
fans welcome to a Jets loss also? Because I've been
yeah,
kicked out of
D1.
We're
5
in here right
spaces in the
D1.
now.
last 2 days besides.
All right,
You here
hang on,
now?
D1. D1, I fuck with you. Like, pause. You know what I'm saying? You're my guy, okay? That's and you're giving me 100. I have never thrown you out. I've demoted you a couple of times, but I've always given you a mic. I don't throw you guys out because I don't go into other spaces and go, you lost. That's corny to me. Talk ball. You know what I'm saying? Jarek, you could ask Jarek. Jarek will always have a
Petey,
mic
you
in
know
here.
this is not directed
No,
towards you at
yes, but
all.
I
I'm
don't want
talking
to
about
hear
all the
about
other
other
Jets
spaces.
fans.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't do that. This is not
Okay, so
my.
but your partner just said, are you allowed in dolphin spaces? When if I'm running the space, I'm the same way. I'm letting you in. So he just did the same thing.
Wait, my
I
partner.
asked
So
it as a
it was it
question.
Mark?
I
Mark
no, it
Mark's the
was me.
It,
speaker.
it,
Oh, okay.
I asked it as a question. I
I'm
didn't make it
being
a
yeah.
statement.
funny.
I just said,
Well,
if
Okay.
you lose,
I have
can we get a mic?
I have no I have no problem coming in here, but again, every Dolphin space is ran differently. I
That
do hear
Exactly.
you
you.
Just
know
like
what?
every
You're
jet
right.
space is run
Correct.
differently.
That's fair. I'll give you
Like
that.
I don't go in every Dolphin space, bro.
All
Like I
right.
just
Well,
need you to understand that.
let's
So
get to the
so
hands because Jones has his hand up, and the other guy, Jarek.
Jarek's
Go
been
ahead,
waiting for a
Jones.
while too.
All
Jarek.
right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Oh, go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jarek. What's up?
What's up, guys? I just wanted to.
Jay, what up, man?
What's
What
up?
up,
What's up,
brother?
June? I wanted to ask about the concerns about the interior defensive line, especially in the run game, knowing that that's going to be Tennessee's strength, and just watching the film, like, what do you like? What changes do you see more particularly in the rotation? Do you see more Leonard Taylor getting more included in the run game? Since I think that's you can use his athleticism as a big strength,
Yep.
especially to play gap integrity against Tennessee.
Jarek. So I don't know if you were in the space earlier. The guy James Foster was on, and he thought the Jets were lining up way too wide, and
Yeah,
they were just that San Francisco was getting to the second level in less than a second, and they were just Jets got punched in the mouth. They got their ass kicked. There's nothing. I mean, I would expect some changes to happen. Is it Leonard Taylor? Does Hassan Reddick sign? I don't think Reddick's going to play this week. I don't. This shit is nasty.
I,
I'm, and
how good is Robert Salah with adjustments? Would you say?
Come on,
you know what I'm
Showtime.
gonna
You know the
say,
answer to that.
I think he's
and that's what
better on defense, obviously. Choom go and then Mark jump in on that. Don't raise your hand, Mark.
not what I'm gonna say is that when I said it yesterday, I think for the simple fact that you do what as a GM, you do what's best for the organization, and you seen what had just happened without Hassan Reddick. So for you not to have him signed by today, I think it's personal now. I think it's on some stare down shit. Like I'm not gonna bow down to him, but and
June,
that's wrong.
I think it's a
That's
bigger.
wrong.
I think it's a bigger thing. I think when any owner gets disrespected like that, even with Le'Veon Bell, they all have like this secret agreement. Like, okay, we're not gonna let these players run our teams, and we're gonna make examples out of them, and it's gonna keep happening that way.
So Showtime, you don't think
And the
that
fuck did
in
I
the
say?
next coming weeks they'll get a deal done, even if it's not this week or whatever like that? Like you think this is
hmm
gonna last the whole season?
If they get a deal done, it's not gonna be no big deal. Like
Yeah, I
the
think,
league, the
yeah.
team, the owner has to show some form like okay that I was right and I had the
Well, I
power
don't
in the
know if it's
situation.
the owner Showtime. I agree with you though. I think Reddick will play in
Then it's
London.
GM.
That's where I think he'll play in London.
When is
And
London
if I'm
game?
week 5, but
But
I'm probably
no,
going to be
Well,
wrong on this, but
Do
who
you have a
cares?
bye
no,
week after
no.
that?
No.
What I'm saying as far
no,
as how
no,
much you
no, no
guys
bye
are.
weeks.
That's crazy. No
I'm
bye
saying
week.
how much. I'm saying how much you guys are gonna pay him. I was like, if
Oh,
you
I
do
would.
pay him, I don't think you
I
guys are
mean,
gonna give him
well,
crazy.
let's take away he missed the game, so now he's going to play 16 games. I would say still 20 million because it was 22 for
No,
me.
no, 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 no. Here's Pete. The longer we wait and the worse we look, the more that price goes up.
Hey,
Well,
can I say something about the run game? I
mhm.
honestly think it was more of a linebackers than the interior defensive line. I feel like the linebackers wasn't, and that comment comes from the interior defense, but they wasn't shooting their gaps and exploding through it how they usually do. And I just think that's a cause of playing a great offensive minded coach who knows that you get out of place. And Brock Purdy, they're so good using the play action and the motion that in their head they're thinking I need to cover so and so Kittle and all this stuff. As you've seen with the pass to Ayuk on a fullback on the wheel route, like stuff like that. And as soon as they don't play it or they get out of position, it's going right over their head. So I think that's gonna be less of a factor while they're playing Tennessee. The fact of it's so much going on, it's random guys pulling out of nowhere. I don't think they'll see that when we play Tennessee.
Fair point. Get Mark. And then Mark.
Yes,
Thank you,
Petey.
Mark.
Thanks for having
Thank
me
you.
up
Thanks for the decorum. Can we where can we find you, Mark, on Twitter?
on Twitter.
What's up, Benny?
Here in this space, you can find me here. And then Jets Commute is now being live streamed to YouTube, so you can go find us over there. That live stream is good. And let's see where else.
Wait, Mark,
That's
one
it.
second. Guys, if you
Yes.
haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube. We'd
Petey,
appreciate it. Thank you.
when are you gonna collab with my YouTube channel, man?
Soon, you let
Oh,
me know. Send me a
yeah.
message.
Let's message
Dope.
about it. Absolutely.
We'll set it up, man. I could be
To
not on Jarek, thank you. But we could be on audio or you could see me rock the headband.
Dope.
to Jarek's point about concerns about the interior D line, Jarek, I would expand that concern to edge as well. Michael Clemens, we were seeing him underperform in the preseason, and he's a starter. His technique, I have serious problems with Michael Clemens. I don't like how he plays, and it it underscores the point that they need to get Reddick in the building. They need a legit three down edge to play opposite Jermaine Johnson as a primary starter in the defense, and then have Quinnen in there. Like because right now it's Quinnen, and you're hoping for something out of Will McDonald, but we haven't seen it yet. I know it's only one game, and then Jermaine Johnson, who was really a non-factor
You're
in the
never going
game.
to see it.
So, yeah, that's great. So I
I'm not
think
will.
it's week one, and I think I'm not ready to jump off of bridges yet because let's keep in mind the other big part of this: the starters didn't play at all in the preseason. I have a hard time believing that the Jets don't get the grace in a week one performance that a lot of other teams do when they look a little sluggish in the first week of the season. You have a 40-year-old quarterback coming off Achilles, playing in his first start in what, 2 years? So, and he looked all right. I don't think he was the reason why the Jets lost. So, like, they're gonna get better over time. They just need time on task, particularly on offense. I was saying it could be week 6 before the offense really starts firing on all cylinders and
Correct,
they really
Mark.
start to look like, they really develop their identity and the rest of it. What I wasn't expecting was for the defense to look bad against the run game. But again, guys, it's all right to give props to an opponent. Okay, I'm sorry. San Fran's going to win their division. Can you say the same of Arizona? Can we
No,
say the same of
Mark, can
Jacksonville?
I
The
say,
answer is no.
yes, Mark. And plus, San Francisco was in the Super Bowl last year. Jacksonville and Arizona didn't even make the playoffs. When I saw that thing on the schedule, the Jets got San Francisco. Mark, you guys were all killing me, especially you, Mark. Like, I already chopped it up as a loss.
Yeah,
Like
you did. You did.
it's like it was
That's because you're the
impossible.
only real one, PD. You be the only
No,
real
a
one,
lot
bro.
of people picked the Jets to lose, but what I'm saying is, like, could they have put the Jets in a bigger, tougher? And listen, the big bad Jets, they're putting them on now. They got 6 games in the next 10 weeks standalone. Like, geez, who's next? Is it D1 or?
It was somebody else that had the hand up before me.
Oh yeah, it was me. It was me. Hey, Jets fans, what do y'all think about the tackle play on pass downs? How did y'all
Oh,
think that?
I thought Jones. Good question. I thought the Jets' pass protection was pretty good. I mean, Rodgers got sacked once. I was happy with the pass block. Now the run blocking, I don't think was very good, but I just want Aaron
And,
Rodgers protected. Jones, what
and,
that first the first scoring drive, weren't
hmm
you weren't you fucking pumped when Garrett Wilson was dominating and Rodgers? It looked
Yeah,
like vintage. You're pumped, bro. You're like, man, we haven't
yep.
seen this.
And then
Like,
I
go
was
ahead.
surprised with how clean the pocket looked when we went empty sometimes. And I said this in another space yesterday. While other teams look like they need to run the ball, to establish their pass, I think it's different for us. We need to come out on first down and pass to establish our run this season instead of the old run pass. I think it needs to be pass and run maybe on second down for our team.
Yeah, a lot of it was predictable. But Jones, what was most impressive to me, and then D1 just jump in. I liked how Rodgers commanded everything. They didn't jump off sides. I know Simpson had the illegal formation, but the Jets were in sync on offense, and we haven't seen that. And D1, that's my point. Like you were dead right about Zach Wilson. I know you told me you were trying to convince us, and I get it. You know, you got to defend your player, but I mean, the snap count, everything, changing plays. The place was so loud, using hand signals, and the Jets didn't have really one penalty on the line, which was impressive to me. Go ahead, man.
I was going to ask, and I know it's early because it's only been 1 week. How's it feel? How do y'all feel about your first 5 picks not contributing to anything in this first game, or even barely getting any playing
I
times?
was a little pissed. You know, I thought they should have played the running back more. They didn't. They didn't substitute well, but they barely had the ball. So let's see. Let me see after this week.
I
I
think
mean, like it's like the entire draft class that barely even got in the game.
That's fine. I'm impressed that you noticed that.
Uh,
Benny, go ahead.
Yeah, what up? What up? What up, D1?
Yo, you
It's
what's
still
it's
good,
on?
funny.
Benny?
It's
Benny,
it's
What's good?
it's
did
it's
your time change yet? Are you out of whack, jet lag?
nah. Like I'm okay, still tired, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take me a little bit, but I'm all right though. I'm on my way to work right now. But damn, D1, it's funny you be in these spaces right after the Jets lost, bro, and I don't see you all off season. All that being said, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like most Jets fans shouldn't be surprised. I said this in the space yesterday. No matter what it is, every rookie class, the rookies don't play the first fucking 2 3 weeks. Garrett Wilson played freaking 6 snaps his first game. Brees Hall was a backup to Michael Carter his first few games. Like this is like obviously Jermaine Johnson, his first year played like 20 something% of the snaps. Like the only starter that Sauce is the only one that started right away and contributed right away. But everyone else is like, this is just a common trend. So not seeing Corley play, not seeing Braylon Allen play is annoying, but that's just what this coaching staff does.
What does this coaching staff don't? The certain coach staff that doesn't like to play the young players, too soon or anything like that. Is that how y'all operate also?
Braylon got a couple of snaps. He did he got a couple of snaps.
Uh,
Yeah, and
hey
he got
also
it
Yeah,
in the
but
fourth
June,
quarter.
he's a fifth round pick.
Yeah, and he still got some burn.
don't you
He
think
got it in the fourth quarter. Like in that 3rd and 1, whatever, like or anything goal line, like those should be Braylon Allen snaps. Like let's keep it real. Like
hey Benny,
he's 250.
don't you also think that simply because they haven't played preseason, like I felt like that was a spam for Brees and Garrett, like they was spamming these guys in the first half, it looked like to, just get comfortable. Sadly, he was playing San Fran, but
Yeah, nah. Listen, I think there was definitely a lot of rust. You seen it. Like you definitely seen it. So I think they gonna get better. This is why I know everyone was scared. Everyone was nervous, rightfully so. I was too with the whole Rodgers thing, the injuries. We always had those injuries in the preseason. We absolutely babied every single person. This whole, I mean, they said training camp was a little tougher and they had more reps, whatever. But we put everyone in bubble wrap, and we were scared to allow them to. That's why I was pushing them to play a little bit in preseason. Oh, it's not real football. It's different. It's not, cool, whatever. But just to get those juices flowing, just to kind of knock some of the rust off before you play the defending Super Bowl, well, the NFC East, I mean NFC champions. Like it is what it is. Like there's a fucking great team, so like losing to them isn't the fucking end of the world. But when you don't play at all in the preseason and you think practices and joint practices are good enough, you're gonna look like shit. So I'm not surprised they look like shit.
That's the
Sorry,
price you
excuse my
pay, Benny.
language.
That's the price you pay when you rest your starters and don't have them have any preseason action. Like you got to expect them to be rusty. That's just how it goes. And then maybe they made the calculation, said, you know what, this is an NFC opponent. And do I like this decision? No, I don't, because I do think that I think the division is going to come down to the wire at the end. There might be a game splitting 3 teams in the division. I don't know if you can afford to drop football games. So, but it's out of conference too. So who knows? I mean, we'll see.
Yep. Guys, on that note, it's almost 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thanks to all who joined. If you all can throw up a heart, today is September 11th. We did a few moment of silences, you know, played taps and the military thing. You know, just try and reflect today and not trying to tell you what to do. But today's a sad day for our country and others. You know, over 90 countries lost lives during this attack. And just, you know, try and have a good day, all right? And remember those people. Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
Pete.
day.
Have a good day, man.